outwards. In that direction, not this direction. So we have to make sure that everything is bouncing off the teeth and lips. So we're doing the letter
J.
Now, when we do a J, we tend to put the tongue rolling over the back of the top teeth and also on a little bit rolling over the hard palate at the top, above the top teeth. And we tend to have to pout forward and not lock the vocal cords in order to not get a stiffening action and a dipping action of the tongue on the back of the larynx there. So, chi, and not ju, which make, if we go retrieving and going into a smile, G, it makes it very hard to say a J correctly. So G, okay. G, Now when we go to the E, let's let the lips retrieve and relax. Let's not hold the pout position after the J. So J, E, G, because E is a retrieve vowel, and we must show the teeth, okay? G, Open your jaws more. You need a bigger opening so that the sound comes out. Good. Top end.
Do you want that B flat, that one way up there? Is that the one you want?
Did we just drop the octave? Can we do it on the octave above? G, go. G, going up. G. Very good. Now, when you're pronouncing this J, don't get too limp in the tongue, the tone of the tongue muscle. There is a little bit of elastic working, shooting through the tongue to the tip, from the tip to the back. You don't want to get too limpy, because then you go do. It sounds like someone's got a speech impaired problem. So there's a little bit of elastic tension building in the root of the tongue under here. Elastic tension's fine, as long as it's elastic and you can dig through with your thumb and it feels at least taut but elastic and flexible, that's fine. You don't feel like a rock hard lump there, then that means you're holding on your tongue muscle to sustain your tone instead of your correct supporting muscles deep below in the body. Okay, so from here, G. Do we do top and down or G? It's starting to sound like G. I want G. Go. Good. The more correctly you crack the ring in the consonant going to the vowel, that's ringing. If I go there's no ring. It's just fog and breathy. When you do that, it seals your vocal cords. It makes them close right in tight, and it makes that glottal opening really narrow in small, which tends to crack the ring in the bone more louder and give us a more silver ring to the tone, which is the life and the flame of our voice. If you don't have the silver ring in the tone, it's a dull sound, it's not a live sound, and that's what makes singing boring to listen to. So we want to make sure that our consonants have that zinging ring to their sound. Go, G, go. Good. you hear a bit of whistle coming through the vowel then. And that's thanks to the zinging ring in the J. Because if you get that zing and ring in the consonant happening, the vowel's already set up to focus. But if your consonant is under pitched, dull and foggy, your vowel's set up to collapse and have air escape in it. Okay, so it's very important not to ignore the importance of the setup of the consonant, which leads you to the vowel. By the way, a consonant must never bump a vowel. J. Instead, it should be J, 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 J. The J must kiss the vowel and caress it, not bump it. That's called being very smooth in the attack. Okay, all right. Okay, K. Now we'll come to the K. It doesn't exist in Italian language. They do call it kappa, the kappa consonant, which comes from English, although in the Italian language it doesn't exist. But the K exists in English. So when we're going to do the K, we're going to go, it's a cacophonal consonant, and it basically coughs. It touches and bounces. But the air has to slap into the roof at the front of the mouth. So, and we're splitting here and we're shooting the air current against the roof of the mouth. So, so all pressure hits right in that dome section where the top teeth is. Okay? I need to hear more cough and more slap against the hard palate. Go. Go. Saliva. You want to swallow that? Just clean up the throat there. You need to have no saliva hanging around the back of the tongue, because it can cause confusion in the state of the throat. The tongue feels liquid saliva hanging around the back, and it goes into the belief that it needs to be cleared up. So it starts to contract a little, thinking that it needs to swallow to clear the back of the throat. So we don't need the tongue to go in its mental mode of wanting to contract and swallow to dip down and clear the back. We want it to feel released and forward. So swallow that, clear up the back so that the tongue knows that there's nothing behind disturbing it. So hit the slap against the roof of the mouth. Good. Okay. We'll start coming down now. That's a high C. KL. Okay, now, a lot of people have a habit of when they raise the tip to the roof of the mouth, they dip the back of the tongue down, pressing the larynx into low position. So how does that sound? If I go, or that is the throat completely contracted, pressure locking under the vocal cords and muscles squeezing up. So, or, that's the wrong way to pronounce an L. We need the back of the tongue to remain in high position and the larynx to be in uplift position. And all we need to do is raise the tip to the tooth, but without dipping down the back of the tongue. So correct L is pronounced and not or. Land. Lily. and not all and, all lily. Okay, you can hear the throat. All sounds blocked and throaty and muscular, as opposed to which is very resonant. As the tongue is touching here at the top teeth, the resonance is right on the roof of the mouth, buzzing and spinning in that chamber area above the tongue. So yeah. Top bend down. LM, mimi. Now, M is a labial, okay? The lips join, they don't press. So there's no pressing, there's only joining and sealing, and then splitting. I need to hear the M. When I pronounce M, I need to hear the M bounce off the lips into the room, but not be swallowed into the mouth and spin in with the M, the vowel. Consonants must never head inwards. They must head outwards, off the lips and teeth. So, and not e. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Me, no, and not me, okay? Me on the roof of the mouth, go. Well done. Nani. Once again, we join